Welcome everyone. Hi, this is Julie Geigle, and you are listening to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is actually our last episode before we morph into Archangel Metatron Forecast. And we've got the beautiful Susan Schuler this morning. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Julie. It's lovely to be here again.
Awesome. And we've got some great things for the show here today. A beautiful forecast on where you can spend your energy this week. So we'll ask Susan to mute herself while I jump right in there with Metatron. And so we are just joining you here today for Angel Talk Tuesday. Hi, I'm Julie Geigle, International Psychic Medium, Trance Channeler for Archangel Metatron, and Awakened Healer. And you can find me over at juliegeigel.com. And I would love to invite you to stop by my website and pick up a free audio gift that I have for you. It's called Manifesting Miracles. And this is one of my favorite, and it's actually one of my #1 rated audios that I've created. It isn't quite a meditation as much as it is a class, a teaching. And so I go through some very simple tips and tricks that I've used in my life to manifest, to create. We are in a new earth energy right now. And the new earth, this new beautiful frequency is supporting us in creating all that we desire, all of our dreams, all of our exciting opportunities that we're wanting to create and bring into our life. We can create a life of purpose and passion. So you can pick up that free audio download of Manifesting Miracles over on my brand new website. Just go over there and check out my new website. I have been working like a dog trying to create a beautiful new website for all of you, and I'm loving it. I know Susan had commented. I've got a few other people who have commented that fresh and clean. I'm excited. So jump over there, say hi, and tell me what you think of my new website. But yeah, be sure to pick up your free gift, Manifesting Miracles. And we will also be, like I said, this is our last week officially as Angel Talk Tuesday. We will be leaving Om Times. We are going to miss them dearly. I love Liani and Chris. They are absolutely fabulous people, and doing all kinds of good for humanity. But you will still be able to find me and the show. I will continue to do the show as Archangel Metatron Forecast. So kind of going back to whence we came, and just me and Metatron. Metatron's ready to go solo again. So yeah. I will be here on YouTube. We're hosting on our beautiful Zoom platform, going live on YouTube, and then we'll jump over to Facebook. Just me and Metatron, just like we've always done, only we're solo. So yeah, you can find us on my spiritual psychic page, Julie Geigle. Okay, well, Metatron's ready. So let's go ahead and ring those beautiful tincture bells. I'm just going to move my camera back a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. So if everybody could take a deep breath with me, help me create this beautiful sacred space here for our channeling today. Welcome. I am Metatron. Thrilled and delighted to join you here this day. And we welcome in the Pleiadians. and their council of light. Feel their love as they have come to support you on this beautiful earth journey. Open your heart to receive this blessing today, to receive this healing, cleansing and clearing out all that no longer serves you, letting go of people and things that are holding you back or out of alignment with the direction you are moving in. Breathe in this beautiful blessing of peace, of love, of joy. And your energy is best spent this week focusing on the amazing person that you are. Oftentimes we see you get caught up in other people's business, wondering and worrying what they are thinking or what they are saying. And as you focus on those external things outside of yourself, it steals your energy and renders you powerless. It makes you weak in your thinking and insecure in your being. There is very little value in focusing on, obsessing over their influence. Remember, everything is always unfolding perfectly. Let go of trying to control other people and other things outside of your power of influence. Move into yourself, where you have full and complete control over what you are thinking, what you are feeling, and what you are saying. Because at the end of the day, as you look at yourself in the mirror, the only person you need to answer to is you and God. Rise up into the magnificence that you are, creating a beautiful, purposeful life. And as you align with the best version of yourself, people will either begin to step into your life or they will step out. Don't worry about external things that you cannot control. focus upon internal things. That is where your power lies. And as you align with your own divine power, everything else in your life will begin to fall into place. The people, the place, the experiences that will create your ultimate reality of love, of joy. So take a moment with us now to imagine letting those obsessive thoughts go and opening up to your power. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here this day. This is Julie Geigle channeling Archangel Metatron. Stay tuned for Susan Schuler and Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha.
Back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Susan Schuler. I'm a professional psychic medium based out of the Los Angeles area. I do one-on-one readings all over the world via Skype, and I do my in-person readings here in Santa Monica. I was a high school English teacher prior to doing this work full-time, and I feel very blessed to now be able to do this work full-time. As Julie mentioned, she has a lovely new website, which I highly suggest going to check out. And my new website's supposed to be launched, my designer told me, within the next few days. So the two of us are really kind of going with that new look. Very excited about all the fun changes going on. I do also, aside from my one-on-one readings, I do small group readings. And I have one coming up that's sold out, very excited, with Jules Davis on March 14th. I just did a demonstration in Hollywood with Terry Huberman. That was quite a lot of fun. And Julie and I, which we'll be talking about a little bit more in depth in the next segment, because Terry can't be joining us today because she's not feeling well, we're going to be talking more about our Mastermind Magic class that we're going to be teaching. And that will be starting in the fall. And this is going to be a very exciting class. If you're interested in learning anything more about the different classes that I teach or the different things that I've got going on, because I even do small group readings where they're like parties and things like that, you can find out any of the information and any details at my website, and my website is mediumsusan.com. So let me switch gears right now and ask Jacob to step forward as I take myself off camera and just take a few nice deep breaths to ask him to step forward during this very bittersweet time where this is the last time that we'll be doing this together. So let me take a nice deep breath. Good morning, beautiful souls. We are feeling great joy, touched with sadness to be with you today. For today will be the final time for our weekly communications. Worry not, though. We are still very near, and our channeler, Susan, has far more in store for her with us than she is yet to fully comprehend. We are thrilled that we leave you, however, on such an upbeat and powerful topic. We realize when your human lives have turmoil and unforeseen adjustments needed along the way, that it may prove challenging to stand firmly in your power and let yourself shine. But that is exactly when it is most needed. We see you are praised at an early age to please others. It begins with your parents, and we especially see this to be true with the females of your race. But it's certainly not only with your females. You are praised for doing as you're told. So many of you grow up learning to push down your own unique gifts, abilities, and ways, with the focus of making others happy, which is really just imprinting the idea on you at an early age that if you do not do what others want, they will not love you. Nothing could be further from the truth, however. When you embrace your beautiful, authentic, creative, and unique self, others will recognize this and feel magnetically drawn toward your light. When you learn to stop trying to be the version that others expect and allow your authentic light to shine, everything will fall into place. You are then learning to dig into yourself, not in an ego way, but rather in a truly loving way, realizing you are a piece of God. And when you allow yourself to truly shine for who you are also giving glory, respect, and reverence to God, the great spirit of all there is. When you learn to stand in your power and be who you were designed to be prior to all the programming of your experiences, people, and positive experiences will magnetically be pulled toward you. When you reject your true authenticity, you reject God. You reject your life purpose. So stop rejecting who you are meant to be and stop worrying about what you believe others expect you to be. Be yourself and take the time getting to know who you are, so you may then best move toward being your true, amazing self. We see how many of you hold your energetic bodies too close, fearful of what others will think. But it isn't about them and their acceptance. It is about you. Once you fully realize how awesome you can be and step into owning this power, think of all the outstanding things you can then do to help others while still being the best version of yourself. Take a deep breath and push your energy back out where it belongs. You are not here to blend in. You are here to shine. So be sure to take some time each day in whatever way works for you, because each individual is different. But spend time with yourself and be present with your thoughts, dreams, and aspirations. The more you allow yourself to be present, the more you can delve into all the many aspects of yourself. And this is where your power lies. As we have said before, your power is always in the present moment, so use it fully to your advantage. This is probably one of the biggest problems we see with your human race. You still refuse to use all the resources that you have. You continue to negate your power. You are a land within yourself of green fields, clear waterways, lush farmlands, with plentiful stock and vast housing. But most of you still think you live on a tiny parcel in a small shack. Use all the amazing resources that you have deep within and be that resourceful individual.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigle with Angel Talk Tuesday, and we are getting ready to go live here on Facebook. So we're just going to go ahead and.
Julie? You didn't turn up your sound on the app. She's
welcome. Oh, so many things, so many things. This is Julie Geigle with Angel Talk Tuesday, and we are getting ready to go live on Facebook right now. So I'm going to hit that button, and we will be live streaming on my spiritual psychic medium, Julie Geigle page. This will be the new page to find us, to find me and Metatron for our Facebook Live. And we are live streaming right now. Woohoo! Always a feat, you know. It's the small things that you have to be grateful for. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us on Facebook Live, this is Julie Geigle and Susan Schuler, and we're here to share a beautiful energy forecast with you this morning. Where is your energy best spent this week? I'm telling you, we are in Mercury Retrograde right now, and I don't know about you, Susan, but it's kicking my butt.
That's so funny. You know, I was thinking about it. I'm like, here we are. We both know about Mercury Retrograde. We deal with it quite, every so many times a month or whatever. And both of us decide to launch a new website right during retrograde. Did you notice that?
I almost, I could feel myself because I had a meeting with my webmaster, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is retrograde. Are you freaking kidding me? And she laughed. She said, you'll be okay. You to manage retrograde. And I'm like, who did that? Right?
Exactly. And it's funny because I'm doing a few different events. I also signed 2 different contracts. I never sign contracts. And I signed 2 different contracts on Friday. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, that sounds really exciting. You've got some new stuff coming in?
Oh, yeah. But still, it was like I said, it's like I'm not normally, signing things. So it was just like, what are the chances,
Right. Yeah. Well, and that contract thing, that's a little bit tricky, especially during retrograde, because notoriously, it's not a good time to enter into new agreements. But I've decided that there are some qualifiers.
And what are they?
one of the qualifiers is if it's something you have been considering doing before, or if it's something that an opportunity came into your life at a different time and it wasn't a good time for you, and you're revisiting that, that's actually retrograde really supports that energy. Yeah, so
I like
kind of
that. I
that.
like that. That's good. So I would say yes to all of the things you just said. So that's good.
Okay, yeah. So then it's like two thumbs up. So, and we've got Julie joining us this morning. Good morning, Julie. Yay! Show us some love. Oh, there she hit that love. I love those little love buttons. They're so much fun. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your support this morning. Feel free to post your name, where you're from, how we can support you during retrograde. How are you doing? What is your number one thing that you do to stay grounded during retrograde? We'd love to hear from you. So we're going to just jump right in there with Susan. She's going to share a few messages that Metatron brought through for where your energy is best spent this week.
Okay, let me get my cheat sheet. First of all, I love how he was talking about letting go of people and things that are holding you back. And then he was talking about, if they're not meant to be, they'll fall away. And if you're meant to be with different people in situations, they'll appear. And I found this really interesting because on a very personal note, I was approached to I'm doing 2 different events coming up. And it was interesting because you know how you stress, and we all do stress about, oh, should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? And I finally said, okay, you know what? If I'm supposed to be doing stuff, just bring it to me and I had 2 different instances where I was asked, supposed to do something with one person, supposed to do something with another person. And each different person said, well, I'd like to bring this other person in. And it was the same person. So I'm like, what are the chances of this? So I'm like, well, clearly I'm supposed to be working with this person because isn't that interesting? But anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is going back to this, it's like if we let things go and if we allow ourselves to kind of step forward, it's like things are going to work out, but we have to be authentic to ourselves. And I just think that was brilliant that he said that. I don't know, Julie, want to jump in here?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that, one of the tips and tricks, because I just did on Saturday, managing Mercury Retrograde, I did a Facebook Live. And one of the beautiful tips that I came across too was to sometimes when things don't go your way, it's actually divined. It's retrograde working its magic. It's not retrograde blowing up in your face, which is usually what I think. It's retrograde working its magic, allowing something even bigger and better to come into your life. So don't try to stay positive as much as you can, to get sucked under with the frustration and the negativity, and try to just stay grounded and focused.
And it's interesting too, Julie, because I have to say during the retrograde, I find, this is going to sound funny, but I find myself praying a lot more. And I don't mean that in a silly way, but it's like, honestly, when things happen, before I sit with them, I'm like, please help me to do this in the way that suits my highest good. I mean, even working with our scheduling site, Acuity, the other day, I said a prayer before I sat down to work with it. I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny, but it worked perfectly because of that. So I guess you get what you're saying is you can take the good out of it.
Absolutely. I love that. Oh, and we're getting all kinds of likes and loves and happy faces. Yay, yay. We've got Debbie Duncanson. Hi, Julie and Susan. Welcome, Debbie. So lovely to see you this morning. We've got Vicky Foster from Australia. Woohoo! Welcome. Welcome, Vicky. Thank you for joining us here. And Julie from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, text messages and emails lost or not sent. Yeah, that is a retrograde thing. And I know last night, oh my gosh, my favorite show, one of my favorite shows, I've got like 5 favorites, Better Call Saul on Netflix. And it just, the new season just launched last night. And do you think I could get into that sucker with Netflix? No, Nope. I could get into my laptop fine. I could get into my phone fine. Everything was working fine, but I could not get into Netflix last night to watch my show. And so it was like, okay, I'm just going to take a deep breath. It's not a big deal. It's Mercury retrograde. But my husband wasn't so grand about the whole thing. He totally had a meltdown. I'm like, sweetheart, because he totally doesn't believe in retrograde. I'm like, okay, you don't have in retrograde, but strange shit happens, period. I'm sorry. There's no explanation. But anyway. Okay, any more messages from Metatron, Susan, or should we?
One other thing that you said that I actually circled, and it just said, you only answer to you and God. And to me, that's really powerful, because I do think that so many times we do feel like we have to bend and twist ourselves. But at the end of the day, it is just the person that we're looking in the mirror that we're answering to, and God. And it's like, if you look at it in that way, because you're also answering to God, it's like there's going to be integrity, not just with the way that you serve yourself, because you're going to be serving God when you're serving yourself.
Yeah, that really hit home for me too, because, sometimes you try to please so many people, and you really try to come from your heart in a place of integrity, and not everybody receives that. And so it was a beautiful reminder that it's okay. Not everybody has to receive that. That's not the point of being an authentic person. That's not the point of living in integrity. I'm not, coming from my heart to serve you. I'm coming from my heart ultimately to serve God, because yes, at the end of the day, that's really, it's between you and God. And so if you're listening to this on Angel Talk Tuesday, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to be sharing Terry Huberman's commercial, which is awesome. But if you are with us on Facebook Live, we're going to keep rolling here. So Jackie Davis just joined us over Facebook Live, and Jackie says that also being this best version of oneself. So that's beautiful, Jackie. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, because both of us talked a lot about being your best version, the best version of you, which is, where it's all at when you put yourself first. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's selfish. But for me, when I put myself first, that means I'm putting God first. Does that make sense, Susan?
That makes perfect sense. And it's interesting. I actually had a friend the other day who, it's been a lifetime friend. We've been friends for 48 years. And she actually said to me, I'm really jealous of you sometimes because you have the ability to put yourself first. And I was like, and she goes, sometimes it actually makes me angry because you're able to do that. And I don't understand it because it's not the way I'm wired. And so we had a long talk about it. And it was like a very, very honest moment for her. But yeah, so you can do so much more for others if you do put yourself first.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just an epiphany I had right now, that when I put myself first, that means actually that I'm putting God first in my life. And so when I don't put myself first, when I'm worried about what other people are thinking or what other people are saying, then I'm, putting God on the back burner. So that's not serving anybody anywhere. So, Jackie said, I put myself first and saw a huge shift 5 years ago and found such growth and peace. I love that, Jackie. Thank you so much for sharing that. And you know what? I could use some flowers. Anybody have flowers out there? Some emojis? I love those little animals. That penguin's my favorite one.
I don't think I even know what the little penguin looks like. I got to go back and look at that.
I love that penguin. He's my favorite. If somebody could send me a penguin, that would be awesome. Daddy says, amen. Oh, and you know what? Easter is on Sunday. They've got that cute little Easter that's in the chick that's in the egg. I love that one, and I never get to use that one. Kristen says, I'm learning that now, and finding even a few minutes a day make a world of difference. Wow, Kristen, that is so powerful. Because a few minutes a day, it doesn't need to be like all about you all day long. But yeah, carve that time out. It's so important. And welcome, Doreen. She says, good morning, ladies.
And also, like, to clarify, when we say, you know, about ourselves, it's not egocentrically is what we're not speaking like, I need more massage. You know, it's not that sort of thing. It's just like feeding yourself, taking care of yourself, watering your little old plant, you know, and that's what we mean. So I just want to add that for clarification.
Thank you, Susan. And Julie sent me a penguin. Oh, and look at all those flowers. Oh, Kristen, she sent the chick in the little egg. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Thanks so much for your love today. I love you people. Okay, remember, Angel Talk is morphing back into Archangel Metatron Forecast, and it's just me and Metatron going solo, and we will be showing up. Nothing's going to be changing for our audience, except we won't be on times anymore, but you'll be able to find me over on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Julie Geigle. Julie Geigle. And here, I'll be here on my spiritual psychic medium page. And I am streamlining my Facebook pages. I'm eliminating all but one. So there'll be some changes. You might get an email message from me explaining some of the changes, updates with my Facebook page. But like I said, I'm merging my Facebook pages, so I just have one. I'm trying to streamline things so they're simplified. As I begin to grow, Susan, I'm really appreciating simplification. Oh
my God, I so agree with you. I am all about, what do they say? Keep it simple, stupid. That's like the KISS method to me. And I think it's just because I'm not a multitasker. I know some people really feel like they're great with the balls up in the air. I'm not. So for me, that makes perfect sense. I'm happy for you, Julie.
Oh, gosh, it's been so hard. I tell you, you know, it's like letting go of a child. You know, that child moving out. They're grown up and moved out. Time to move on. All right. Jacob was on fire this morning. A lot of similar messages. We were so in alignment today with our channeling. I really, really loved it. When you learn to stand in your power, people and experiences will be magnetically pulled toward you. And that really is the key, because you don't have to do anything specific other than be who you are. I love that. When you reject your magnificence, you reject God. Boom! Whoa, that really hit me. I love that one because it is true. It's kind of like putting yourself first, because when I put myself first, I'm putting God first. When I'm rejecting myself and not putting myself first, I'm rejecting God. I'm serving other people instead of serving God. So I'm a big God person. If you're not, you know, it's all the same energy: universal life force energy, creator, spirit, whatever is comfortable for you. So don't be put off by the word. So be yourself. Take the time to get to know who you are, so you can begin to move toward yourself. And I think this was, you know, in the beautiful comment that somebody made about just 2 minutes a day, just carving out some time, taking a pausing and purposefully breathing. It could be as simple as that. But when you take that time, you begin to get to know yourself on a completely different level. Any thoughts, Susan?
You know, it's interesting, going back to the conversation I had with my longtime friend. That was exactly what we were talking about when we were having this discussion. Is she's saying, I don't think I know me. And I'm like, you're 53 years old. Now's a good time to get to know you. And I'm surprised, and I think you'll probably notice this too when we do readings with people, when you talk about life purpose and things like that, how many times people don't really know what they want. They don't know what they like, because it's been like, well, this is what I do, but I don't know what I like. And it's just so important, because if you don't sit with yourself and you don't learn about yourself, you're never going to be a fulfilled individual. You're going to be rather apathetic. And I think apathy is a huge problem right now. And apathy is a form of self-loathing. I mean, that's kind of the way that I see it. And like what you were talking about with God before, to me, there's nothing more disrespectful for God than to dislike yourself, because you are disliking God then.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, we're made in the image of God. And if you don't like that image that you are, again, it's rejecting God. Love that. And we have so many people here in our newsfeed. Wow. Love this. Love this. Be sure to hit that like or love button. Share this in your newsfeed if it's something that resonates with you. We are here sharing a beautiful energy forecast for the week of March 26th. Where is your energy best spent? And your energy is best spent this week staying grounded. We're in that retrograde energy. It's a bit of a trickster energy, and it likes to pull you into that rabbit hole of drama. Stand your ground, stay in your power, and don't get pulled into the drama, into other people's drama. So when you do that, retrograde will be so much easier, and you'll find that it continues to strengthen your own amazing, magnificent self. All right, so Susan, let's go ahead and take a minute to talk about our next class. Susan and I host a couple different programs throughout the year, and we will continue doing that, even though Susan will no longer be with me on the show here. Susan's fabulous. We are former school teachers, so we have a special connection, and we love to teach. So we're really excited to be offering this incredible program. Again, this is online, and this is actually a brand new one that we have. Susan, do you want to pop in here for a minute?
Sure. It's called Mastermind Magic, and it's very, very individualized. I mean, we're only taking 6 people for this course, and you've got 2 teachers and 6 people. So to me, that's really a lot of individualized attention. We'll be meeting 6 times over a 12-week period, so we meet every other week. There'll be assignments and things for students to work on during that time. It's not just psychic abilities or mediumship abilities. It's life coaching. It's career coaching. And it really is going to, it could be relationship coaching, but it's going to be encompassing every facet, and especially the facets the people most want to work on in their lives. So it's going to be different for each person, but it just is very, very individualized. I wish there had been something like that for me when I was first learning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, it's called Manifesting Magic, or Mastermind Magic. So this is a small, intimate mastermind group Susan and I are hosting. It will be coming up August 23rd, and we only have space for 6 people. And actually one of those spots is already taken. So we have room for 5. And we'll meet every other week for 6 sessions, 2 hours. And it is designed, I'm just going to read what I had posted on the Eventbrite, because I was looking at that this morning going, whoa, that had to have been channeled, because I could have never came up with that description. This program is designed to help you get clarity on your strategy, plans, and dreams for pursuing your divine life mission, as well as give you our psychic insights for any questions you might have about your next steps. So yeah, we really want to support the light workers. We really want to support the earth angels out there and really help them step up and shine. And this is a perfect opportunity. So each week we'll take about 20 minutes, and we'll do some specific teaching around a topic of your choosing. So this really is tailor-made for you, for where you are, for where you want to go, and how you want to get there. And then each person will get 15 minutes of focused attention from me and Susan. And Susan and I work with some amazing masters in the spiritual realm, and always have exciting information that comes through. We work in small groups. And you'll also be supported on a private blog during these 6 weeks, which, like I said, it's every other week. So it's actually 12 weeks. So you get Susan and I 3 months, for 3 months, to help you make some big changes in your life. So again, that's August 23rd. Susan, any closing thoughts on that?
There is an early bird special with that. When does the early bird special stop? Did we put a date on it? Because I know one of the early, was there just 3? I can't remember how you did it with the early bird special.
I
I know there
think,
was a savings.
yeah, I think it ends the month before, so July 23rd, that early bird special would be ending. Um, Yeah, so it's a posted on Eventbrite. Take a peek at that. We are offering a PayPal credit if you like to use that, especially for business purchases. And you can email me privately if you're interested, or if you have any other questions, you can email Susan or I privately, and we'd be happy to answer some of those questions for you. Again, we are focusing today on a beautiful energy forecast. If you've just jumped in to join us here in our Facebook Live, be sure to post your name, where you're from, and how we can support you during this crazy week of retrograde. And another beautiful message Jacob brought through that I just want to mention is that your power lies in the present moment. For me, that was a big deal too, because we talked this week about, being focused, worrying about what's happening in the future, or ruminating about what you did in the past. But really, that is a beautiful reminder that your power is here in the present. You can't go back and change anything that happened in the past, and worrying about the future doesn't change. But when you are present here and now, that's where all of this magic and magnificence begins to rain down upon you. All right, Susan, let's go ahead and jump over to a free psychic reading. And if anybody, we always love to do a psychic reading at the end for our beautiful supporters that are live with us. If anybody has a question, you can just go ahead and post it in the chat or in our news feed, or the chat room if you're joining us live. And we like to take new questions, new people. So if we haven't read for you in the last 3 or 4 months, feel free to go ahead and post that question in our news feed right now. Or if you would like us, I can pull an angel card, and then Susan usually jumps in there and helps us out with that. Any thoughts on that? All right, we've got Jackie. Jackie is the first one I'm seeing today. Yes, she would love a reading. All right, Jackie, do you have a question? Otherwise, I'm just going to pull a card for you, Jackie, just to save some time here. Okay, we're trying to do the teacher wait time here. 1, 2. Well, and then Facebook, that feeds a breath later. Okay, I'm just going to pull a card for you today, Jackie. All right, we're going to go. Oh, here we go. Jackie wants to know, do you see more grandchildren coming up? I am seeing more grandchildren. I'm seeing a beautiful, fun, adventurous, joyful energy around you, Jackie. And your life would not be complete without a house full of grandchildren. Any thoughts, Susan?
It's interesting. I don't know how many grandchildren she has, and I'm just seeing 2 right now. So I don't know if that means that I see 2 more, or she's going to have 2, or hopefully she'll understand what that means, but 2. And I'm also really being drawn to a very vivacious, sparkling little boy. And it feels to me like this one just giggles. I feel like crazy, crazy, mischievous, fun giggles.
That must have been the one I was picking up, because total joy and very, very enthusiastic. All right, we've got another request here. Just checking my list to see if we've hit her yet, and we're good. So our request here is from Vicki Foster, and Vicki wants to know anything for me, career and health-wise.
Vicki, it's interesting as when you say career or health-wise. I'm really drawn to your energy levels right now, and I know there's been a lot of stuff that's going on, but it does feel like your energy is a little lower than it should be, and I just feel like it doesn't feel like there's health problems. It feels more like energetic problems. So what I would do is I would try to see if you can't go on YouTube and do like a chakra balancing meditation so you can kind of balance out all of your chakras, because I feel like it's going to allow you to step more into the things that you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm afraid like your adrenals are going to get a little exhausted. They feel a little smushy to me, if that makes sense. Julie?
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. The card that actually comes up for you from the healing deck is the music card. And so it really is about, keeping your vibration high. And what I am seeing, your healing will come through your music. So make sure that you're listening to your favorite music, that you maybe find some healing music. There's loads of new stuff out there. I know Emmanuel Dagger has some beautiful healing music. He works with a guy that creates some beautiful healing music. So the healing is infused into the music. And that's what I'm seeing is it's a vibrational thing right now. You'll be able to move through whatever health issue that you're having, but it's crucial, it's critical for you to keep your vibration high and to stay positive at this point in time. All right, well, that's all we have for you here today. And, we hope you join us back here next week for our Archangel Metatron Energy Forecast. This is Julie Geigle with Susan Schuler. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a lovely week.